Gervonta, Tank Davis in dog shape, getting ready from Frank Martin. And Errol Spence said Frank Martin is staying focused with the sword emojis. Tank Davis say, ask us if we care, homeboy. I say, God damn, it's getting heated. As we get closer and closer to the summertime, as we get closer and closer to the best fight at the lightweight division, it's becoming clearer and clearer. These two, they're going to make for a great fight. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Turn on your notifications. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday morning is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I ask that you join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And hit me up if you want to debate. KnockoutBoxing86 at yahoo.com. Now, to make sure I read it right, Errol Spence said, Frank staying focused. Tank Davis say, ask us, do we care? And then you go to Tank Davis' Instagram and you can see him working and putting in that work. He already in shape, bro. And we know Frank Martin is in shape. These two are looking to have the best camps of their careers. They get ready to fight in a huge 135-pound title fight for Tank Davis' WBA championship. Now, I said this is the best fight in the lightweight division. I'm not saying it's the best fight that can be made, bro. The best fight to me is Tank versus Shakur. Right? But if you want to go Tank versus Frank or Shakur versus Arden, Tank versus Frank is the better guy. Shakur is fighting the guy that Frank Martin already beat, and Tank Davis is fighting the guy that beat him. So it's better than Shakur versus Arden. Vasily Lomachenko, George Kambosos. George Kambosos been garbage for like 4 straight fights. Look like shit against Devin Haney. Look like shit against Devin Haney again. Look like shit against Maxie Hughes. Trash. That ain't a better fight than Tank versus Frank. Navarrete versus Dennis Berinchik. Dennis Berinchik undefeated. Emmanuel Navarrete coming up. First fight at 135. Almost got stopped by Liam Wilson. Almost got stopped by him. Dennis Berinchik well past his prime, mid-30s. That ain't a better fight than Tank versus Frank. I dare anybody to debate me on this. So they getting ready for the best fight in the lightweight division. And I must say, Errol and Tank been cool. And they probably going to stay cool. They getting this bag together. They getting this money, you know what I'm saying? GTD Promotions, Man Down Promotions. They getting this money. They about to get these M's up. Frank Martin about to get his M's up. But the rivalry is heating up. And Frank Martin is about to bring something out of Tank Davis and vice versa. I expect Frank to stand on this square a lot more. Frank going to be talking a lot of shit. And he gonna be standing on business the whole time. I'm becoming a bigger and bigger Frank Martin fan every time I hear him talk. And Tank Davis is gonna show that dog that everybody know that there's fans of his been really like following his career. He gonna show something in this lead up that's gonna make you see why people fucking with him the way they fucking with him, bro. And I just gotta say, the fact that he's in shape already. When I talk to you guys about how he's much more disciplined, how he's changed his life around, these are the types of examples that I point to. And what I need people to understand is that when you're in this type of shape, this far out from the fight, all that means is that you ain't doing nothing. And you can see the type of stuff that he's doing. Them photos on Instagram, he doing strength training. He training for agility and power and strength. Really just honing himself to be the best version of himself. He ain't in no sauna suits, homeboy. He ain't getting ready by trying to drop a bunch of weight and then work on his skills. The weight is he already in shape. The weight is already on point. So now it's just time for him to be as strong as he can at the weight that he's got. Make sure that whatever protein and carbs and whatever he consuming, that he using it to be as strong as possible and build his muscle without gaining too much weight so the weight cut is easy. Bro, that's a dangerous position to be in when all he got to do is get ready. He ain't got to worry about his weight. That's a dangerous position for his opponents, bro. It's a dangerous position for his opponents. Frank Martin included. And for Frank Martin to have a dog like Errol Spence backing him, well, you know Errol ain't finna lie to you. If he say he's staying focused, he is. And Frank Martin ain't never been the type of fighter that look like he ain't got no focus or he ain't ready to go. We know he gonna be ready to go, and he strike me as a type in his biggest moment. He gonna put on his best, his best, bro, his best performance. Now, is that enough for somebody like Tank Davis? That remains to be seen. But everything from having Jose Benavidez Sr. confirming that Tank Davis had an option between Rayo and an option between Frank Martin and another opponent, and of those three, he chose Frank Martin, the most difficult. That should tell you something. And every time you look at these pictures, April 1st, the fight is reportedly 2.5 months from now, on June 15th. It's April 1st, and to see him already in shape, him being Tank Davis, bro, it only spells good news for his fans and bad news for his haters. Because if this is who he's going to be moving forward, it's going to lengthen his prime. It's going to lengthen his career. And it's going to make him an even more dangerous fighter, because when all he has to do is focus on that opponent and their weaknesses and their tendencies and just getting ready for them and not worry about cutting weight, not have the extra outside distractions going on around him and shit as it pertains to personal life issues and shit like that. If he's able to keep that shit tight and together, and this is the new Tank Davis you get for the next 6 or 7 years, 7, 8 years, however long he decides to fight, you know, he'll probably go to his mid-30s, 37, 38 or whatever. If this is what you getting, these next 7, 8 years are going to be phenomenal to watch, bro. And it's looking to me, from the outside looking in, by choosing Frank Martin, by choosing Ryan Garcia, by him being in control of his career, he's doing what Mayweather did in reverse. Mayweather fought all the tough-ass fights, got his money up, and then, boom, I'm going to be Money Mayweather at the end. Tank Davis built his name, got his name going, got his name buzzing. Now you about to start seeing him just knock them all off. Knock them all off. And if he does that, he has an opportunity to go on one, and I'm not saying the greatest, but he has an opportunity to go on one of the best runs that we've seen in boxing. If that man beats Frank Martin, turns around, fights Loma, beats him, fights Shakur, beats him, moves up to 140, beats Teofimo, beats Devin Haney, fights and beats Subriel Matias. Well, how many fights is that? Shakur, Loma. Well, Frank, Shakur, Loma, Devin, Teofimo, Subriel Matias. That's 6 fights. So in 3 or 4 years, by 6 fights, 2 fights a year, because that's the how he usually do 2 fights a year. If he knocked them off, and you get to looking at that resume, you're going to look at that resume a lot different. Now you're looking at a 3-division champion with them names. Shit. Throw a Gary Antoine Russell in there. He go on this run, bro. Couple of tune-ups in there. He go on this run. Sheesh. And he focused like that, man. I just can't wait to see if he gets past Frank Martin, who he chooses next. Because to me, this is a sign. A great sign for fight fans that want to see Tank Davis take on opposition that they feel is worthy of being in the ring with him. This is a great step with this Frank Martin fight. But this message he's sending to Errol, this message he's sending to Frank, it don't matter what you do. No matter how focused you are. I'm going to show you something. I can't wait to see it, bro. June 15th. It's supposed to be going down to Houston, Texas. They announced that bitch in Houston. I'm there. So, hope to see you there. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out.